Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
No.
All right. I'm starting the stream to YouTube, just so you know.
Okay.
So no more of that N-word talk, guys.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Dangerous stuff.
We're just... What's up? Was the iOS up? What's wrong?
It's okay.
ISO. Oh. Starting to look like winter, me do.
Oh, you were sitting up straighter. I was wondering why all of a sudden you were popping out of the screen. It's okay. I just got to have it adjusted right. It's a real elevation change.
Bloom in winter.
Yeah. This one.
Lumix G7. G85. Performance you can trust.
With pictures you can see.
A picture's worth.
Record your world.
See what's in there.
The old room.
We're starting the show. We're starting the show soon, everyone.
It's the pre-show. Prep work.
Pre-showing. Showing the show for pre.
Okay, we are cueing the goldfish.
You know, what's this called? A dab?
Dabbing.
Waylon dab sneezes
Sick.
for years now. He still does it. He did the other year. Choo, choo. Oh, Jesus is here. He's behind you.
Yeah, I found that.
Captain of the ship.
Did you hear the good news?
Once, a long time ago. Forgot it.
He is risen.
The Tis Trizin. Remember it? There's that... Wait, it's on Nicolette and 24th. There's a big cross. It looks like a T, and so it says He is risen, but it looks like when they have one letter for three, it looks like the Tis Trizin instead of He is... I always thought that when I was a guy. I go, oh, the Tis Trizin.
Remember the Jesus getting head on Lake Street?
Yeah.
I think that was on Franklin.
Was it Franklin?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever. He was getting head.
Yeah. The
Getting
important
dome.
part.
Right, getting some dome, getting some top.
Plus dome.
Get some dome.
Sloppy toppy.
Okay, we are recording, so like we can start doing our sharing. I got to come in and fix Brooks's light, but other than that, we'll be good. So start spamming.
Spamacutioner. Let's do it. Diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. Executioner. Every week, Madhu. You got a lot of quirks. I love you for it.
Do you prefer buy one, get one, or 2 for 1?
Twofer?
Twofers.
Hey, I prefer 3 for 1. Let's be honest, huh? Sexecutioner.
I like that. I think I fucking like that.
This is my bad side, Gabe. But
Hey, y'all, party people. Servitude is about to be live. We'll be starting soon. Today we've got very special in-studio guests that we're very excited about. Even brought his own Yelp reviews, but we don't want that to discourage you. We still want as much participation as possible. So if you want to call in, you could... Whoops, I fucked up. I didn't mean to do that, but hang on, let me do this. You can call us in right here at this phone number, 952-292-7805. We'll be talking, today's guest has done a lot of customer. He's been helping people for years and years and years, 15 plus years actually. and works at a grocery store, some service, guest services, convicted of embezzling at Noodles and Company, and many other things. So we want to hear your stories too.
Expunged.
And we're going to talk about how we grew up in the same spot, but not at the same time. We worked at the same restaurant. That was our first restaurant. Trump's. Is you is or is you ain't my baby. Did they have those shirts still?
They did, yeah.
Or, I mean, when you worked there. Why do they make?
Is you is or is you ain't my baby.
Did Scott Zarin work? We'll save it.
We'll save it. Record everything. Butch Vig said that. Just start recording.
Then he killed Kurt Cobain.
And he killed Kurt Cobain. Jealous.
Jesus Christ.
You think Kurt Cobain, if had he lived, would have gone on to like judge on America's Got Talent at some point?
I know, right? That's Stanhope has that bit about like Hendrix doing. You don't know. He would have done Pepsi commercials. Or,
yeah. Notorious B.I.G. on Celebrity Fit Club.
All right. Let's see.
yeah, the Biggest Loser.
What the hook gonna be?
I love that song.
I know.
He had a smooth flow.
Who was it?
What? I thought.
I don't know, but so I actually read, or I was watching an MTV thing where it told like the
Courtney
story
Love.
of that, and it was just really funny because they're like, what was the inspiration? We were in the studio making the beat, and we were like, it was fire, blah blah blah. But we were like, what's the hook gonna be? And then everyone kept saying that, so then it's like, yeah, no shit. I don't know.
Did you do that on stage?
Yeah, that's a canned bit.
Okay, that's how I knew that.
You guys have lost me. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
it's not a canned bit. Let's see. So, oh man, shit.
Wait, Brooks, aren't you on Facebook, dog?
Fuck no.
Cool.
You got to get back on Facebook, man. It's jumping off.
Dude, it's like...
I have a burner account strictly for Marketplace, but it's not. I don't have any friends.
Sick. I took the app off my phone at different periods,
Sure.
It's fantastic.
Have we started?
No, we're about to.
Okay. I'm going to run to the bathroom again.
Okay, you do that. We can start it.
Okay. Stinky or tinkle? Just a tinkle, people.
Get down on it, man. Either way.
I'm betting he comes back.
I walked out of my first
All right, Chris. I'm ready when you are, dude.
Awesome. I'm ready, too.
You are? That's
Yep.
great news.
Spot sweeping, get to the big stuff. It happens quick, we're not looking for perfection. Welcome to Servitude, ladies and gentlemen. Show's called Servitude. That's why it's called Servitude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Servitude podcast. Working in restaurants and the wider world of customer service. I'm Chris Maddock, 27 years in the industry.
Damn.
Hard years, hard time. With me is the G-Man himself, Gabe Noah, in the back of the house, cooking up the production. And heavy on the pro.
Heavy on the pro. Gabe Noah sitting back here, cooking up that bullshit in the back of the house. 3 years at Dairy Queen. 1 year at Fiordalisi's Rustic Inn.
Ill.
23 years illin' like a villain at Sleepyland Furniture. You know
With-
that, dog.
We have someone very, very special with us today. The legendary, the mighty Brooks Robinson.
No doubt.
There he is.
No doubt.
Brooks Robinson is here.
What up?
We met Brooks. He was doing comedy at the height of his career, his success, his fame, his money.
Yep.
He threw it all away.
I threw it all away.
And somehow it looks like the right decision. Amazing.
Look at me now.
How many,
Just to do full-time
Yeah.
grocery store, or is this to do? Are you doing serving and groceries?
Right now, strictly groceries. Just kind of biding my time till abrupt climate change claims civilization.
And
sick.
you make your move.
We should be roomies after that.
Yeah, let's
You got a bunker?
Not yet. No, I'm gonna raid bunkers, so I'm not buying ahead.
Okay, yeah, we'll do
We
that.
just find the vents, close them off, wait for the rats to run out, and
What do you think, like, if we were buskers, just out of the blue, question, what if we were buskers,
Yo.
playing a couple guitars, what would they put in the case if there was no money, post-apocalypse,
Water.
like rats and,
potable water, painkillers, all the stuff you need.
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your work history to start off?
Where does he get this stuff, this guy, this producer?
Yeah, well, Chris and I discovered we actually started at the same place. We're both from Stillwater,
Minnesota.
birthplace of Minnesota,
Thrill water.
the Docile Aqua, and my first job was dishwashing at a place called Trump's.
My first job, mine was probably 1992. Dishwashing at a place called Trump's. Same place.
I'm gonna say 1999.
Wow.
2000. I was 14.
Yep.
I lasted like 2 weeks of just weekends.
Yeah.
They fucking ran me like a dog. I had no idea what was going on. And
I was very excited when I started. Yeah. This is parallel. 14 years old, Stillwater, Minnesota, Trump's. First night I was there at 3 a.m.
yeah, dragging like bus tubs that are like half my weight,
Yeah.
probably.
You have no idea how fast you have to go to keep up
Oh, and then
that
like
job.
one server or whoever, I don't even remember, would come over while I was washing dishes and be like, you don't need to rinse before, like, just and then I'm like, okay. And then 10 minutes later, another guy, you gotta rinse, what are you doing? I'm like, all right, I don't know, I'm washing dishes, I guess.
This kitchen manager, he thought it was really funny to go, hey, Chris, you wash that too. I didn't realize he was fucking with me until the 10th time. Like, I'm gonna wash it. Yeah.
Have you guys ever had like a really good hazing story, like something that was genuinely funny done to you, or whatever that you've done?
To welcome me into the fold?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because whenever you're with the people in a shitty community, they like to punish you immediately for.
Yeah.
They resent you for joining them. We used to have when I worked at. Sorry, I'm getting the chat function up, so that's why I'm not on screen. But
I had one in my adult years, but
go ahead.
When I was working at Bonkers, otherwise known as Grumpy's, you had to take the bar mat.
Yeah.
That catches all the liquid when you're pouring drinks and stuff, so it's got every conceivable booze and mixer in there by the end of the night. And you used to have to do a shot of that if you became a bar back at Grumpy's. And so, but there wasn't a ton of liquid in it, so they made a cement mixer, it's like Bailey's and gin. I don't know. It's something gross. It makes like a cement.
Sure.
And so they did that with like whatever was in the bar mat, so it really sticks in your mouth all night. But I didn't get like anything put in my butt or anything, if that's what you mean.
No, man. Just we had. I was just thinking of that, like when you start jobs and people fuck with you or whatever.
Yeah.
I did when I worked for my dad in his furniture store. I was the owner's son who's 16 or whatever, right? So everyone just fucking hates you immediately coming into it. And but I got some good guys, so I drink a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew. And when I would like step away, he'd take a little drill bit and like a really little one, and he'd put like fucking 20 holes in the top of it. So when I'd tip it back to drink it, it was just like a sprinkler on my face. It was truly like a really funny original. I didn't love it then, but it was great. And then I tried to get back at him because he smoked smoked cigarettes, and I take stuff too far, and I didn't know what to do because I was 16.
Yeah.
So I took his cigarettes and I dipped the tips of them in gasoline.
Jesus.
Where'd you get gasoline? You just got.
Yeah, it's a warehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Furniture
Oh, yeah,
warehouse.
yeah.
All
Okay.
kinds of stuff like that. So that was like something. I don't know. I was trying to think of other. I don't know. It seems like there's some service places where there's like a culture of that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, in furniture sales, you hated the new guy. Everyone, it's automatic. You must hate the new guy.
Yeah.
Because he's going to come in, he's going to take sales, he's going to do really well because everyone's just, he doesn't know shit. But people just like, oh, this guy's so nice and friendly. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Hasn't been beaten down.
Well, that's the
Right.
beginner's luck, and you got that whole new, like, you get to say I'm new, and then people like that. Like,
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So, yeah.
I just haven't worked at any places that have like long-term established employees or that.
Or any sort of like camaraderie.
Yeah, exactly. It's all
Right.
transient, dead-end jobs, one after the other. No one knows each other. Very rarely have I worked over a year at a place, but I was counting them up for my work history, and I think I'm around 15. I think strictly customer service and restaurant combined.
Yeah.
How many times have you been fired?
You know, funny enough, only like once or twice. Like this was back when I did comedy. Anytime I would get any gig worth anything, I would just instantly call my job and be like, I'm done. I'm a fucking star. See you at the top.
Yeah.
Losers.
That's what I used to do too. I was so mad at the generation below me when I was like, all right, you're opening for me in 4 weeks, and I'm going to check with work, and it's in 4
That
weeks.
makes me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Truly. Like, I get absolutely pissed at that, too. Like, oh, you got to preserve your job at Starbucks or whatever. You know, it's just, even though they should, right?
Yeah,
just
maybe.
something-
Well, that's the
I
reason you
guess.
have those
I don't
jobs.
know.
I mean, Starbucks is probably hard to get a shift covered, but restaurants, that's part of the reason you work there, so you can leave.
Yeah, there's always someone scrounging around like, you got any shifts?
Yeah.
Get some cash.
Yeah, there's always simultaneously somebody who wants to work more and somebody who, like me, who's trying to get I would constantly get the day off, like the day before, like, shit. I was always scrambling.
Yeah.
It was like a real, it was like a stressful thing. Probably going to do it again at some point. You're just constantly scrambling to get work off for some comedy gig that paid less.
But the times were had.
Dude.
So the our guest did something that we've never had done that we always wanted to be done, which is he actually brought some of his own Yelp reviews and stuff like that.
Unbidden.
And we've got a few to go through. Should we do a couple and then get back to some bullshitting and then
Yeah,
go
whatever.
to that? I
Totes.
think that'd be really fun.
Malotes.
Now, Brooks, you're going to be hidden, so I'm sorry. There's just no way around it.
Sorry to the viewers.
Let's see. Exactly.
Yeah, really. We should switch.
And this one, oh, Chris, this is yours,
Oh, okay.
I believe, to start with.
So this
you
is-
want to introduce where it is and all that stuff?
So I know this has kind of been done by people before, but Brooks, yeah, get in here, man. This is from Arches National Park in Archville, Arkansas. I don't know where it is.
Which, yeah, who knew that you could even Yelp National Park?
I know, but there's people that do.
Right.
And so this guy wrote, Roy L. wrote, more arches, please. Honestly, I thought there'd be, or you got a soundtrack? Honestly, I thought there'd be more arches. Like arches as far as the eye could see. It's called Arches National Park. Are there formations as far as the eye can see? Sure. But then call it Formations National Park. Or a few arches scattered over thousands of acres National Park. Now I think he's funny. Don't come expecting every arch to look like the one on the license plate, because it's one of the few that's impressive. This place gets 1 star because the name is seriously misleading.
He's got to be joking.
I know. I didn't think he was, and now I think he is.
But
But
we
I-
should have done a forensic Yelp on that where we do a deep dive to figure that out.
Yep, you're right.
Maybe
You're
we
right.
have to do that next time.
Could there be more arches?
God, this dude's a genius, and I'm
He
sitting
could
here
be.
making fun of him.
It's like the guy who reviewed Hooters, who tricked me because he said he'd get pussy there, except his 3-year-old son was there.
That's so.
Tricked ya.
Yeah, but I thought he was really like being serious, and I read other reviews, and I'm like, oh, never mind. He's just super fucking funny.
This dude's just a fucking gas. Yeah. Well, call us in, folks, if you have any.
Call us in if you'd like to bitch about national parks.
Yeah,
yeah. I just want
who
to.
likes to? There are people who actually like to bitch about national parks. I think I had another one, but I'm not sure if we ditched it or not. But
oh yeah, no, we got it, man. I'm just flashing that phone number for the people.
Flash that number.
Let's see here. Let me get this one up. And next one.
Oh, that's the picture of his. That's his national parks picture. We hiked to Delicate Arch before sunrise. Only one arch, as far as the eye can see. Oh, God, why did I think this guy was dumb?
Brilliant.
I don't know.
Yeah,
because his name was Roy. That's why. How many Roys do you know? Yeah, 19. Oh, this is okay. Gabe, you read this one.
I didn't see what the big deal was. We drove 1,000,000 years to see some semi-impressive rock formations, and there were rattlesnakes everywhere. Dumb. You lose cell service because you're in nowhere, USA. The only thing bad about these lands is the entire experience. Waste of time. Thank God I was drunk in the back seat for a majority of the trip.
So this is her name is. I'll give you one guess on her name, Brooks.
Kylie.
Yeah, close. Alexa.
Oh, damn.
Sexa Alexa.
Here I got a picture. I can show her if
photos.
Yeah, I got.
Oh yeah, I got
I
to
brought
get
a
the zoomed
picture.
in one. That's Alexa.
Buffalo,
just go.
New York.
Chris is
Buffalo's
a notorious-
finest.
There she is.
Which I'm trying to.
Now there's some arches, huh, gentlemen?
Oh,
As far as this eye can see. Fuck.
God, yeah,
Nice.
I want to sexually harass her on camera too, but I feel like I might get in trouble.
Yeah.
Is that her
It's
ass?
all you guys.
I just wish I could see her eyes.
Huge tracts of land.
Brooks, you can't. Come on, man.
Arches National Park.
Yep. True that.
Absolutely. Brooks, a couple of questions for the grocery biz here.
A couple
Yeah.
cues.
This is what we're really interested in is the grocery biz. What's your biggest pet peeve as a grocery store? Bag boy, fucking loser. whatever you are.
I'm working in the curbside department. I'm picking groceries for other people who place orders online. Don't want to use Instacart, what have you.
Really? I thought. Okay, so what's that? How's that different? Like you're just running like bags
Yeah,
out to the cars
they
and stuff?
come and pick it up,
Yeah.
and we put it in the trunk.
Sick. So what? Is that fulfilling?
Super.
That eye roll.
Yeah.
So
So it's not a great job for stories, is what you're saying?
yeah.
No. I was just explaining it further in what I do in the grocery store.
Do you? Dang it, I'm looking up. I have this list of
Well,
questions.
hold on. What is your pet peeve then?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember the original question.
Yeah.
Pet peeve,
What's the things that people do that annoy the shit out of you when you're there?
Yeah.
Even just with pickups.
Do you get tips?
Sometimes I get tips. People like put cash in a plastic bag because these are the people who are like really worried. I guess they don't
Yeah.
even want to grocery shop, so it's all regulars.
Right.
And sometimes there'll be some cash. We're
Yeah.
officially not supposed to take them, but
Oh.
But you're dishonest.
yeah, of course. Union rules mean nothing to me.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you?
You're in the union?
I'm in the United Food and Commercial Workers Union.
Dang.
A number.
Damn, dude, get us in.
Yeah, we gotta break this guy's legs over here.
Yeah. How big does your podcast have to be to get in that?
Speaking of breaking legs, you caught a shoplifter, you said, but I didn't get to hear the story.
Oh yeah. So my workplace has a message board where announcements are made, and you can see people that have been 86'd or caught shoplifting multiple times.
I was going to say, is there ever a way you can get 86 from a grocery store besides shoplifting? Like just your general behavior?
Shirtless yelling usually does it.
That'll do it.
Sexual harassment of people.
Yep.
Aggressive panhandling.
Sexual harassment of people.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? like what happens that you see like that? Like just guys talking to women, then a woman comes and like complains to the store owner?
Pretty much exactly that.
Yeah.
I work at a co-op, so it's a little more liberal, if you will. So boundaries are to be respected. So, but you know, we also like don't call the police. So if you get 86'd, a lot of people just come through all the time.
Cool. Well, nobody's gonna sexually harass anyone at Cub.
Yeah, you'd have to have low standards.
Yeah.
Do you? So you said you guys don't call the police. Is there
For the most part.
Is that a liberal type thing, right? Because we don't trust them. Is that the idea, or are you just saying you just don't?
Pretty much, yeah. ACAB, fuck 12.
Right.
That's the message we're going for.
Huh? Has that place ever been robbed? Like like a stick-up?
Cash.
Yeah.
Let's get in that safe.
Right. Or
I don't know.
Just like a stick up. Yeah, never had that.
Like a stick up at one of the registers.
Registers.
And then they leave their member number.
Yeah. Put it in this reusable bag, this tote.
Yeah. Not this one. I'm going to Cub to put this over the employee's head.
Oh, my pet peeve. That is my pet peeve. Is just people not bringing or using reusable bags. I don't know how hard it is to just. How do you not have 1 million at this point?
Right. I'm a guy with a bag thing because
that kind of hurts me because I forget my bag often.
Look, I forget mine in the car pretty much every time.
You forget in the car, load your groceries into your cart and go bag it out there. Like people
sure.
Yep.
are like, it's in the car. Give me 20 bags.
Well, like I had an LSD experience where the next morning I was eating at Subway and I was watching them put the sandwiches in the plastic bags like they used to do. I don't think they do it anymore.
Don't get me started on that.
But they put them in the bag, and I was just watching this train of because everyone's going to eat them right away. They put it in the plastic bag, and there was a garbage can. They would just take it out of the bag, throw it, and it was just this thing filling up, and those all go in the ocean now. Yeah. And I was like, then I always started noticing bags after that, where it's like when I worked at Luce, they made me put
a bag of
chips in the bag, and I was like, it's in a bag, and
yeah,
it's just annoying.
Since I'm doing curbside shopping, I'll be in the produce department getting produce for other people, and people have the weirdest hiccups about produce, especially.
Yeah.
So I think that's one reason people were happy to come back in, and we really have slowed down a lot business-wise. But I have been chastised for using too many plastic bags with produce, and I'm like, pretty much only use them if I have to for because we have the compostable bags, but they tear easily.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'll just put produce in the cart naked. But one lady pulled me aside. I was putting carrots in a bag, and she's like, "Do you know where that goes? Do you know by being an employee and giving it to the people, you're sending a message that it's okay to put your produce in plastic bags?" She gestures to prepackaged food. We can't do anything about this food. It's already packaged. But you should really consider this is going to China, blah, 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 blah.
This is like a manager or something?
This is a random
customer.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
And she's going on and on. I'm just agreeing. I'm like, what the fuck ever. As soon as you're done talking, I can go away.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call by the time she was done with her rant. But I really wanted to say to her, if you think individual action actually matters, you should definitely go strap explosives to yourself and bomb Monsanto.
Yeah.
Your one act, take a look at corporate waste and this plastic bag around carrots is not the hill to die.
And it's the compostable ones.
Well, this was actually real plastic.
Oh, okay.
So
you
she
put it in
got
real
me.
Plastic. Yeah.
And she's right.
She's right.
She's right. So I have stopped using plastic bags. So maybe she won.
I guess. Yeah.
It was annoying.
Message received.
That's a reused. I mean, they're on one level, they're made. They're gonna go somewhere. Use them as much as you can. I guess.
I have a super cynical view on that. That's exactly how I feel. This has already been made. I get that our behavior, of course, dictates that, and you can slow down production and all that stuff. But I also just, when I'm stressed and my children are there and I forgot my bag, it's just give me the fucking bag, and I don't want to have a thing about it. But I reuse them as condoms.
On his pet elephant.
No. Me, man. Me.
Dental dams. For
No,
me.
you are right about that, though.
Or
It's like
even just head dams. I put my whole head in it.
it's when
and
it
then you
comes
just
to
wash me.
the pollution, real pollution. It's like a handful of giant Monsanto
Giant-
like corporations,
yeah.
and not just regular old
You'd have to
plastic bag users.
ban it. You can't
Yeah,
convince
and
everyone.
then wait, several hundred years, and then maybe
Yeah, the plastics here, the whatever.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die soon.
It's all good, man. I think it's hilarious.
You have to
good.
laugh. We've been around
gotta
for
laugh.
thousands of years, and it took us 200 years of combustible engine and plastic to fucking ruin the planet.
You see him?
Oh,
Oh, damn.
hair looks good, Gabe.
Thank
Yeah.
you, dude.
You've had
I heard that redheads have more fun, and it's totally true.
Wow.
Looks like you're having a ball.
I'm having a ball. I'm
A
loving my
Lucille
life.
ball.
And I
Going
just
where
can't
you
wait
want.
to see what's next.
Putting yourself
me.
on the shelf.
I'm like, what's coming next? How about
Okay.
the shoplifter?
Oh, shoplifter. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, message board, repeat offenders, and I don't care if you're stealing because you need food, blah blah blah. But this
You
guy,
have to make everything a political fucking statement, bro.
yeah, I really do. And stay tuned to the end to find out why. So this guy was just a repeat offender, and he had nice stuff in the photos, just security cam screenshots on the message board. So just for fun, I would keep an eye out for him because he had a pattern. It was every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month. So then one day I see him, or so I think, walking around, and he's doing thief things, pretending to talk on the phone, which is something thieves do based on my watching surveillance footage channels on YouTube.
You're an expert.
I'm an expert. And so
I didn't know that, actually.
yeah, you're at the grocery store,
Direction.
you're not really talking to people for long, I don't
Right.
think. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then he would always go in the bathroom with a full basket and load his bag and just walk out.
Oh, very cunning.
Yeah.
Like how he does it on the
Nasty.
same day. It's just please catch me.
Basically a cry for help. And so I watched him go in the bathroom with a full basket, and I alerted my MOD, and he went and dealt with it.
That's manager on duty for you
Yeah.
people who have other things to do.
Yeah. Anyone watching this, I figured knew what that.
Talk
There
about
he
manager
is.
on
Whoa,
duty.
hey.
There he is.
There was
Yeah, what's the problem?
dandruff in my BLT.
Yeah, it's a BLTD.
NBD.
What is the what are when you think of some of the people who are banned? Any good stealing methods that you've heard of? Are there the people who stuff it down their pants? Fat ladies really like
Yeah,
to use their
that's-
girth sometimes. And if you're a very large, flat-chested woman, you can fill up your bra cups. aware of
Nothing.
that?
Nothing cunning. Everyone's just blatant. Why do criminals do stuff? Because they think they're not going to get caught. So
Just to be a thief at a co-op, it just seems like way more chance to get caught.
It hurts so many people. It's a co-op. So many owners.
Yeah, they got some weird dark principle about it. Well,
Yeah,
they just
these
like
are-
good produce. I mean,
these are the lowest of the low.
How about Brooks as a server? Because
Yes.
we all know, most people in town know that you're one of the kind of most esteemed servers from this area. And which, by the way, can you refresh the types of places that you've worked?
Servois.
Yeah, I've worked at Pizza Luce,
Sick.
of course.
Which one?
Does anyone not work
I know.
at that place?
Well, it is a chain now.
It's amazing.
Which one did you?
I helped open the Roseville location.
I
respect.
helped open the Seward one. Bruh.
Respect.
Brah.
Trump's, Luce.
Is it a good place to work? Because we always hear it, but I don't hear anything. People don't talk shit.
Yeah, it's
much.
cool. I liked it.
You liked it?
Free meal every day. Most places don't go that far. Maybe a family meal, but they had one thing.
Right.
And I guess they treat you well. I've always walked the line of being poor enough to get state health insurance.
Yeah.
So I've
Very-
never really
very
looked
cunning.
into benefits of most places I've worked at. I've just
Yeah.
worked few enough hours to.
You got to work 32 hours generally.
Yeah.
Also, very disciplined of you to keep yourself from being rich like that.
Rich.
It
Waste
takes
not,
some
want
real
not.
some real
Yeah.
discipline. Yeah.
But there's a lot of alcoholism that also comes with that, and that costs money. Like if you're going to work full time at a restaurant.
And it's a cash-rich business Uncle Sam might not know of about.
So speaking of that, what's your biggest tip you've ever got all time?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I worked at Buca di Beppo as well, which is family-style, huge Italian restaurant. So there would be some huge parties, and I might get like a couple $100 tip. Nothing outlandish. Nothing really springs to mind.
Nothing where someone stood there and like you had to call the news and then they come there or whatever.
Yeah, right. Giant check. The mayor was there. What sticks out to me is people who recognize I'm going above and beyond and giving me money, not like a check drop. Like I remember one time seeing this table being ignored by another server and just kind of like jumping in, taking over, and the guy like hitting me 20 on the sly after the other server like caught on and realized like, oh, I haven't checked on this table.
Job,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you actually like? Would you say that in a sense, like, I know you as Brooks from comedy and all that, and I think of you as just extremely not giving a shit about a lot of things. But would you say that when it comes to your work as a server, was it your default to actually try to do a good job, would you say? Or were you pretty shitty like you were?
I'm pretty hot and cold, depends what substances I've been using, if I'm in a manic episode at the time. But I have a really hard work ethic. I don't like to laze about at work. I'm a much better support staff because I can't like do multiple things in my head. I would go to a table, they'd ask for something, I'd go get that thing.
It sounds like you're shitting on yourself.
I most definitely am.
I get it though, man, because I'm in my head all the time. So sometimes, whatever, the wife will go, oh, do this. It's like, you just lost me. That's way too many things.
I'd work with actual talented waiters, and they would do like 4 or 5 tables, touch them all, get a list of things to do, successfully wait tables with skill and aplomb, and I would just like be stuck at one table because they'd always need a new thing. I'd be going back and forth, and my other tables would just be like, what is this fucking idiot doing?
Were you smoking a lot of weed at the time, though? I mean,
yeah, blackout drunk, drinking on the job, smoking a ton of weed.
I started being like a memento when I worked at Luce. You had to smoke weed; you couldn't work there, so I started being like, if someone was like, "I dropped my fork. Could I get a fork?" You're writing it down, like, oh yeah. And then you get over to the computer and you're like, what am I punching in? Oh right, I'm grabbing a fork. And then you go.
I needed
it actually
to do
worked.
That. I bet.
Yeah, I was just going to ask
like going
you guys
to war.
About that in general. So my one job in the service industry, hardcore in the service industry, Fiordalisi's Rustic Inn, that was the guy who turned me on to coke in parentheses meth, and it's like I get fucking annihilated at work bartending, like as the head bartender, and I'm just wondering, I don't know, like. There's certain bars you go to where the bartender will, like, you'll order a round of shots, and then the bartender will pour one for themselves, or you buy one for them and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think, by and large, is that rare now to find a job that you can, like, that's cool with that? Have you ever worked at places that can do that?
That's cool with it? Like, management wouldn't...
Where, like, or at least, like, maybe not the owner, but your manager or whatever wouldn't...
For some reason, when I started, it was like, Grumpy's, it was like we would stay there till 5 in the morning. You'd drink with the customers. It seemed to like, I was like, is it me just like getting older that I didn't do that? Or is that, I think it's more frowned upon now or something. But
well, I know the insurance companies don't love it.
Right.
I think the places I go to, I still see that sort of behavior. I mean, it's like smaller bars where maybe it's just a bartender and a server.
Oh, dude, devil's advocate. Those guys, I'm like, how do you work like this? They're just like...
That's why you have those jobs, I feel like, or that's
definitely.
Why you go work at those places. Do you think that you made as much money at Buca? Is that a big chain or just like a 6-restaurant chain?
It's relative. I think there's around 100 worldwide.
Oh, okay. Do you think that those do you make more money at places like that or less? Is it like
there's the potential?
Or is it just always the percentage of your ticket?
Definitely the potential for more because you can get huge parties all night long and not do much work. Like family style is that's a fucking chef's kiss right there because it's like 6 people eating 2 things. It's not a lot to fuck up.
Right.
So it's perfect for me, especially on the huge parties where you have like a team of waiters working together.
Then you got to split it all, though.
You got to split it all, but the tab's like whatever, $2,000 or, you know.
Yep.
So that's one party. You'll have like 4 or 5 throughout the night. So I think of something like that if it's busy and popular enough. Winter, fucking Christmas parties, prom, dads and grads. Let's fucking go. The cycle continues.
I don't know if like the local was like that, but we had those big side rooms that people would rent out. So big, huge parties like that. That's where guys would slip you $100 or something. You know, big shots.
Yeah, it'd be like we do a ton of weddings or engagement or what have you, and you know it's automatic 18% back then. Who knows now, but. And then, yeah, the people would tip hundreds of dollars on top of that. And you feel like, wow, I didn't do shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fuck up ever as a server?
That was my question.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just kidding.
Probably just forgetting food, and then this guy accused me of being racist because it took too long or something. I don't know. I probably was racist. I probably am. Anyway.
Well, you're definitely racist.
Yeah. I don't think taking too long is the reason, though. It's the stuff you said before we went on.
Yeah. But, okay, so Buka has a birthday song. Chris, have you worked anywhere with a birthday song?
Oh, yeah.
I worked at Old Spaghetti Factory where you had to... did someone fart? What happened?
I heard that noise, but no, it wasn't me, at least.
Weird.
Our guest.
I worked at Old Spaghetti Factory, and I was. This is a whole different story, but you have to sing Happy Birthday, and you'd get, okay, I got a birthday. And
Yeah.
But like, there was one time where no one would do it with me, and I had to do it by myself, and the people were really quiet. And so they were like, Happy Birthday. And so then, like, because they were quiet, I started getting more quiet. And then I was like, well, what would happen if I just kept getting quieter? So I got quieter, and then they got so quiet that they were gonna give up singing.
Not a long song.
Like they were gonna give up on the Happy Birthday song. And something about it was like, that was the saddest thing I could ever think of. I think I was like 20 years old, and I just like, you know, big finish. I just went, Happy Birthday. You know, I just got through it, and I was like, they were gonna
You saved the day.
Can you imagine? You're like Happy Birthday.
They just felt like you were fading out the song.
Yeah.
Like, you know, remember,
but like
a lot of Phil Collins songs, they just fade out.
I wonder if it had been in the Yelp days, I would have gotten a Yelp review. Like the waiter didn't even make our Happy Birthday very happy. But I wasn't quitting. They were quitting.
You were just matching their energy?
Yeah, and then I was...
Hey, this is where we're going. All right, folks. Yeah, I can dig it.
I played with it for a second, but it was just the most uncomfortable thing. But Buka, I know, has like their own Happy Birthday song.
Yes,
it's not like the Happy Birthday song.
Right. There, I can... it goes...
Could you sing it?
Chris, I hear it's your birthday. Everybody, just a moment here. We got Chris here. He's having his birthday. Let's give him a big round of applause.
You would yell it to other...
Oh, my God. You'd stop the whole fucking meal. And so this place...
Sorry, that happened.
Tim has been on the show. And
I wasn't sure if you'd cover this, but anyway, the song was Meatballs, Pasta. We made them fresh for you. Homemade marinara. Lots of garlic, too. It's your day to Buka. So we're here to say, have a happy birthday. The Buka to Beppo way. Hey.
Wow.
So imagine
adults you sing this to.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and you're an adult doing that too.
Yeah.
But imagine a restaurant of like 200 to 300 people, and there's like, it's Friday night, and there's like 12 to 20 birthdays throughout the night. So you stop the entire the first one of the night, a huge room, there's that clamor in the air, it's kind of fun. Everyone gets into it, the first one of the night, and then it's just a slog through Friday and Saturday of like trying to get people, trying to keep people excited, paying attention. Who cares? I don't know.
Like what's their incentive?
They're like, yes, we get it, we understand. And then you get like after 15, the table pulling you aside. Hey, it's his birthday too.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Make fun of my friend.
We'd start like pooling. Oh, I got a birthday here, birthday here, birthday here. We'd have like corners of the restaurant. And we got Eric, and we got Nathan, like just combining all the birthdays to do one big song.
That's smart.
Call them all. But you asked if I went above and beyond. Yes, I would. there was a bachelorette party. I did single ladies for them, a cappella by myself. And I had to check. There was like a teenage birthday party with all these girls in another room, so I had to like get lyrics confirmation from these girls. Like, hey, ladies, what's the lyrics to "Single Ladies" by Beyonce? And they helped me out.
How about this? What is the so when you did that kind of stuff? Well, I guess I'm trying to think of like embarrassment shit because we always like to ask about that.
Sure.
I don't know.
You love
like,
shame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think of you as a guy who actually eats that shame very much. But I mean, as a grown man singing "Happy Birthday" to another person, not even for money. I mean,
Well,
it's not even really. I mean, it is. But did you get more of a tip when you did that? Do you feel like?
Well, like I remember, people put way too much stock into thinking about their tip. Like, oh, the waiter will remember I tipped 25%. Like, no, it's all a big blur.
Yeah.
It was only when I went above and beyond, like that single ladies thing, that I'm like, oh, they just tipped 20%. They didn't like notice or care.
Right. They think you're just some fucking jerk there who's supposed to do that for them.
Exactly. This whore, he's finding a way to.
I always got
get
the most
pennies out of
tips
our
when I
purse.
was like, when I couldn't hide how bad of a mood I was in.
Are you
Oh,
like,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a
Weirdly
Midwestern
enough,
thing
yeah.
where like people are like, oh, he's having a bad day. Let's
Like
knock
I
him.
must have looked pathetic enough. Like like his ineffectual rage was garnered sympathy and pity instead of like
back
what a
when you
dick.
were young and you'd go in your room and throw punches in the air. That's one of my favorite things. Chris said that he used to do that. He'd go home, are you fucking?
Who didn't do that? I mean,
I didn't. I and I was a pussy, and I was like, well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I didn't. Like, I never thought of it, and I thought that punching the air wouldn't hurt people. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Well,
I had a brother. That's what I punched.
Oh, there you go. I had no. Yeah, I was kind of an only child. I had way older siblings, but no, I remember. Abe Webster would pick on me and come on, and then I actually Abe Webster, and then I actually broke my hand. I think that was a different thing, but I was like shadow boxing with this like balloon, and I uppercutted my dresser to where it came up off the.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm pretty hardcore, Brooks.
Did you ever feel mocked by a customer?
Oh.
Maybe we had tons of like prom high school kids. I'm sure I was
brutal.
That's the worst.
That's
man.
so much worse, dude. Really what I was getting at is I get these like minor things, just like where I'm so sensitive because I feel insecure about selling furniture, that where people would go, I don't know, where like they just say things like kind of assuming I don't have a lot of money or something like that, and it would just be like, I definitely don't.
Assuming,
but it would feel like so like just God, you're just gonna say that like openly?
Yeah.
That I can't, that I don't drive a new car or whatever. I don't know. I always think of that. But at least, how about this in the furniture game? I don't know about the buka game, but in the furniture game, every once in a while, a chick would flirt with you. Did you ever go boom boom in the buka room?
I definitely had flirting. I definitely got numbers dropped, on the check or whatever.
Really?
But, yeah, it happened.
I mean, you're a handsome guy, but how many times? Ain't that handsome?
Yeah, no, not a lot.
Used to be.
It happened. 2 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a coworker who
Tall too. It makes such a
uh,
difference. Fuck you guys.
a
It
gay
really
guy
does.
wrote back and said, wrote to his company email and said, hey, I just noticed that you had a significant bulge in your khakis, and basically his read was that was for me, and I'm just writing to confirm that. And the guy's like, no, I'm not gay at all. I just have a big dick. So.
What? But like red wine, you must have spilled red wine on some lady's mink coat.
Yeah, that trick you told me you do always to like spill it on their blouse.
Yeah.
Dab it off.
Yeah.
I'm sure I remember when I worked at Dock Cafe in Stillwater.
Yeah.
I was a busboy there, or wait assist, or whatever they call it.
Oh, gentlemen,
Good.
we've got a caller.
Hook it up. I spilled a tray full of waters on a homecoming dance.
Oh,
Girls.
it's Tim Kennedy. Oh, you got to do the.
Hey,
No, I don't think I do. I think
Nope.
it's good. You can
Awesome.
hear him, right?
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
hi, how you guys doing?
Hell yeah. Great.
Good.
dude.
He's
We have
called
our
to
new
yell at
phone
us.
system, so
We're doing something
excited.
wrong. Sorry, Tim.
Tim,
All right.
Tim, how many years you been in the, like, I know you've called in before, but just for the audience, how many years you been in the biz? And what do you do?
I would say 30 years plus. And right now I am the bar manager at Can Wonderland.
They're
Shut
back.
the fuck up. I love Can Wonderland, for real.
Yep.
I wanted to take Waylon, my kid, there, and then they closed. I'm glad they're back open.
Yeah, things are going strong right now.
Killer.
Great. Hey, man, thank you for
Great
calling.
guest, by the way. Yeah.
What's that?
Well, I'm calling to shamelessly promote something here.
That's just fine.
We're going to have Elise Cole doing Thursday night comedy at Can at 8 o'clock. Open mic scenario.
She's very funny.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I love her. I'm proud to work with her right now.
Brooks Robinson.
I'll have to go off that angle. Yeah, whoops.
He's going to poop.
I didn't mean to make him leave, but
No, it's okay. It's a nice break from him.
but he can't handle it, and screw him.
Tripping over things to get out of here.
So Tim, I talked about your Red Hot Chili Pepper story probably 15 times since you came on.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I got to say, people are just fucking amazed at how monstrous that was.
Why would you be amazed? It's
I don't
kinda
know.
obvious.
It is.
I listen to Under the Bridge and I cry now. Pretty much every day.
You should.
What? Hey, Tim, how about this for your? Because you've mostly been in management and stuff, right?
You're right. Why?
No, not
Or
in
at
the
least
beginning.
like recently, right? What's your? I mean, what is just your pet peeve with restaurant or whatever with diners or bartenders? What do they try to complain to you about, like when they climb the ladder?
Oh, it's just everybody knows. Everybody thinks they're the best bartender. Or they know the best bartender, and the fact is, there's only one best bartender.
And can we say it at the same time? I bet you I know who you're going to say. Should we say it at the same time?
Pete Rapp.
Pete Rasmussen, exactly. Who I'm trying to get on the show.
No one is better than him. No one will be better than him. He will go down in the history of bartenders.
Yep.
And I would say at least in the, I won't even say upper Midwest, I will say in the lower 48 as the best bartender of all time.
Dude, he's if anyone's wondering who we're talking about, Pete Rasmussen is if you've been to 3 shows at First Avenue, he has been your bartender probably, and he is he's a svelte man. He wears his tie tucked into his shirt, and he's the fastest, most consistently fast bartender that you've ever seen.
And
What-
you should have seen him back the day when we were smoking at the bar. He would light your cigarette and have your Long Island tea in 30 seconds.
God, he's the best.
And
Yeah.
with your money and your change back. The man is a machine of loving grace. It's insane what he is.
Well put.
What is the best or most awful? I guess I'm not sure how to ask it. Employee quitting story that you've got.
I've had a few. I had one that said her cat was stuck in the attic.
So then you couldn't come.
Wait, I've got one. Somebody that surely we've both worked with, but I was working with him at Grumpy's when you weren't there, Tim. He called in because he said he stepped on a candelabra.
What?
Isn't that weird?
You know what?
He said that's what he said. I stepped on a candelabra. He told Welty that. I go, wait, what did he say? And then Welty would just go, I stepped on a candelabra.
Was that Welty he called into?
No. Well, that was who he called in too. Welty was the manager.
Yeah.
But
No. If I was Welty, I would say, all right, we'll see you tomorrow.
yeah. I mean,
that's
Walk off that candelabra.
can you imagine?
Injury.
I mean, it's worse stepping on a Lego for sure.
far bigger.
So, Brooks, I want to update. Like, do you know Tim Brooks?
I can't say that I do.
Okay, so I mean, you probably know him from comedy shit back in the day, but he managed or whatever. He was a muckety muck at First Ave for a long time, so lots of band stuff. So I was having fun asking him about Sublime, and he told me that Red Hot that Anthony Kiedis is practically a rapist.
Oh yeah,
So
I listened to that.
Yeah. So I know you know bands, so if there's
I'm
any
their
questions
lawyer.
you have, throw them out.
I've got some questions for Tim about slander and libel.
Yeah. How about for employee pet peeves? Any employee pet peeves, Tim? Like just shit that you're in a different era as you're a manager or whatever, different level.
Man, things, actually, I've been lucky, but I just watching the whole Surly fiasco has kind of sent shockwaves through the whole industry right now.
Do you know what he's talking about, Gabe?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
What is it?
Servitude is plugged in.
Well,
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, because
It
Surly
sucks.
basically made everyone. They used the COVID thing to get rid of their whole staff, right? And then just rehire who they wanted. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, we'll just say that's one way to look at it, but you're entirely correct.
Yes.
That's why we have people
Basically,
call in.
they kind of muscled all their people out, as far as I can tell.
The staff tried to unionize,
Right.
and they shut everything down under the guise of COVID.
Right.
How do you feel about that as a manager? Because I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Honestly, as a manager, I'm union friendly as hell.
Okay.
I have no issues with it whatsoever. Because I mean, what does the union want? To pay a decent wage to people. I got no problem with that, and that's why I love Can because we do pay a really good wage, to frontline workers. That right from the our minimum wage is 15. It's like we're ahead of the curve. And I love
Right.
that fact.
And that place, to people who don't live here, if anyone's listening, that place is huge. It's like a half a block under a roof.
It's an awesome fucking
Yeah.
place. Like we're
We're going to extend it to a full city block coming up quick too.
really.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I
Yeah.
can't tell if I'm just
Put another
old.
18 golf club.
But I love those kind of bars now because I'm too old to like just sit and drink and stare and talk at my friends. So having a fucking activity to do feels like hey, I'm not just being a surly alcoholic. I'm actually doing something.
I've only seen one other place ever that was like Can kinda in Anchorage, Alaska. That was that big where you could. I mean, it's like a little mall, but cooler
I know.
because not a mall.
Is that the strip club up there, or because I've been there?
No, it's called Chillicoot Charlie's. They had like a frozen bar and a space bar. There's probably a strip club in there. I don't know. I never saw it.
Yeah, there is.
I like teasers in Winnipeg, Tim. Just if you have any stories about that.
No, I never got there.
Oh, one of my favorite nudie bars. I stuck a loony on a stripper's ass from 3 rows deep. But anyway,
From the cheap seats.
who's the biggest celebrity that you've ever served or encountered?
Oh, simple. Robert Plant.
Oh yeah, good guy.
I served Robert Plant. He came in. He was doing a solo tour, and he came in to see Vic Chestnut. And I was still a bartender / assistant manager. I looked up and there's Robert Plant at my bar. He looked straight in my eyes like, "Well, what do you think?" I'm like, "You're taller than I thought."
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
See, I wanted to ask
Dude.
Brooks that, but no, it's like beat that.
He's that famous that like he's comfortable saying, "What do you think?" That's fucking awesome, actually.
What do you think?
That was such a...
Oi, what do you think?
Yeah, that's it. He's like a Cockney.
Oi, Gov. What do you think? Bobby McFerrin. That's my biggest celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
He was,
For
he
real,
was a
dog.
dick.
He was a dick?
Who,
Yeah,
Bob-
McFerrin's an asshole.
Maybe, I don't know. I dealt with him at Noodles and Company. He was nice, ordering his Thai soup.
Oh yeah, he must have been hungry. He was treating you nice.
He's like, a bee, baba, we do the Thai noodle soup. That noodle soup. That noodle soup.
He was a total asshole when I met him.
You do a better Bobby McFerrin.
You're a long
I can't
tenure
say.
What did he do?
Than Robert Plant.
Yeah, why
was
is he
he a
an
dick to you?
asshole?
Orchestra Hall he was at.
Tim,
Anyway,
no, why was he...
Spill the
a
tea
dick?
on Bobby
Yeah.
Mick.
What did he do?
he just wasn't good to people. He was one of those, I'm Bobby McFerrin and fuck you. So
He earned
kinda
it.
Like, yeah,
So he's worrying and not happy?
he was not happy. Yeah.
What's
He
your
started worrying.
What's your
Must
best?
be been before the song.
What's your best kick out story? Ever had a like? Are there ever people who you kick out of the bar where like you go like, God damn it, this guy is fucking funny though?
I think we did that one last. I think we
With
did
him?
the last time he called in. We did the Dave Mustaine one. I think.
I don't even remember that.
He's still my favorite.
Yeah. That's a problem with how much we drink.
Out by the hair and throw him onto his bus and tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
Then he went home and wrote Symphony of Destruction because he was so
For
mad.
you,
right. I think the actual working title was "Fuck You, Tim" on that song.
Yeah, Symphony of the Destruction of Tim Kennedy.
how about sex? So I was at a Cancun, what do they call it? A bubble party, and people started having sex underneath the bubbles, and it was just fucking disgusting.
That's what they're for.
And I was alone, so it's not. A foam party.
Jerking off
that's
in
what
the
it's called.
bubbles.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
I
you're
was
doing.
truly just surrounded, and I was just amazed that this was happening. Now, you worked in a concert venue. A lot of people jammed in. I just watched a YouTube clip the other day of some death metal band, and the woman's like sucking her boyfriend off in the mosh pit, and it was fucking hilarious. Ever things like that happen? Everything's like that happen.
Only,
I sound like a moron.
not that.
You sound British. Ever things like that happen.
Never kicking people out of concert venues for sex?
Actually, Thursday night.
There we go.
Yeah, it happened. Okay, they would. We had if you remember First Avenue. I don't know if you guys were there in the early days, but we used to have the shadow screens where people could get up and dance behind the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd find people back there jerking off, watching.
Jerking off.
Jerking off.
I was
Speaking
not
of
expecting
sex,
jerking off,
I
right?
mean, we would only throw 2 or 3 out a week, though. So.
I mean,
Dang.
even I had little make out here and there, something at First Avenue. There's got to be people just getting sloppy.
I know. I'm shocked.
I just walk.
But hey, how about Can Wonderland's comedy night Thursday night, 8:00?
You can fuck in a corner.
Oh, there's a lot of corners in Can Wonderland, and it's called Can.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah.
like butt fun land.
Do you know what I think would be a good strategy, Tim?
Wunderland.
Is to invite the hosts of this show to headline a show there and pay us, and then we'll get...
Actually,
Oh.
I'm expecting all of you guys to show up September 16th for our opening night at Can Wonderland.
That's great, because remember when you called me and I was already doing a show? Yeah, now they canceled it, so I should have done your show.
Oh, did they really?
Always should do my.
No, Tim was just wondering who would be a good host, and he picked right.
Tim, what are your thoughts on Michael Douglas, and do you think he's sexy?
It's me, Michael Douglas.
You broke up on that one.
Well, do you think Michael Douglas? Do you think Michael Douglas is sexy, like as a sex symbol, Basic Instinct, all that, when considering his droopy bottom lip and everything else that Michael Douglas has? Love him. I love the guy, but
I have zero problems with Michael Douglas, and he's a good-looking man, and I think a lot of us should emulate him.
Wow. That's the most ringing endorsement we've ever had of Michael Douglas.
so you actually watch Basic Instinct for Michael Douglas?
Right.
Oh yeah, who really didn't?
I watched for the lady.
Sharon Stone.
Yeah, Sharon Stone. But I was young then.
I haven't seen it.
So, Tim, when I worked at
We'll hang.
Sleepyland Furniture Store, there was one time we had someone who was like shitting down their pant leg, but dropping a little turd like every 12 feet down the aisle.
Fix the TV.
What is the most, like, I don't know, ever stories like that? Or how about this? What's the grossest mess, after people eat, what they leave on the table? Chris asked this one last week that I liked.
I can go back to my unique thrift store days when I used to manage them. There was where we hung the bed sheets at Unique Thrift Store. That was the shitting area. Throughout every day, you'd wipe up 5 to 10 piles of shit because that's where people like to shit.
They'd go to a thrift store and they'd shit amongst the hanging sheets.
Yes, and wipe themselves with the hanging sheets. So you have to remove those soiled sheets.
Holy fucking shit. I'm just amazed how disgusting that is. I used to smoke heroin in the rug rack at Sleepyland Furniture. Well, not Sleepyland Furniture. It was the one in California that I worked at. But, so I can relate to some degree.
I used to huff bags of gas and poop.
Yeah, junkies aren't shitters, so we welcome them in.
Right.
But it was just the shitters like to shit in the sheets.
That's just fucking grotesque. Who would clean it up?
The newest employee.
Yes.
There's your hazing story, Gabe.
Dude, yeah, actually, yeah, we should ask you that. What's your best employee hazing story? Any, like, good ones that aren't abusive?
No. I have nothing that's not...
All abusive?
Yeah, pretty bad.
What is your worst day in the service industry?
My worst day in the service industry would have to be...
How do you feel about
it? It's real simple. It was reggae sunsplash at Fifth Avenue. It was like 13 hours of the worst reggae, of which 85% were white local reggae bands.
Do you think there was a connection between how good the reggae was and the fact that they were white reggae dudes?
Well, the fact that you could say even good reggae is oxymoron in my eyes.
Right on.
Bite your tongue.
I feel you on that, to be honest. Like, I mean, I feel like, put it this way, I feel ridiculous every time I listen to reggae. And I like some of it, but I feel embarrassed that I like it. Like a white guy listening to Bob Marley, I don't know, it just seems silly to me in some way. I don't know why.
The whole genre, reggae is like on par to me with Christian rock.
It's all one song with reggae. That's
sort of.
Yeah,
That's
so is country.
exactly it.
So is country. So But I like
That's why Sublime fucking rocks, dude.
That is a killer song they wrote.
It is.
That's
right. I just know it gets Tim going.
The Minutemen, Para Ubu, and Sublime.
All right, this is a question for Brooks and Tim. What are some nicknames for regulars that you had?
Good one.
Yes.
Like that the regular didn't know about.
Right. Usually it was
Go ahead. Sorry, Brooks.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, usually just a succinct description of what they'd order.
Fish Man we had at Dairy Queen.
There's fish at Dairy
I
Queen?
hated Fish Man.
What?
Yeah.
You had fish? Yeah, really?
Now that you say that, that's fucking hilarious. But yes, we had a fried fish sandwich that would make the oil fucking stink like fish and ruin your fries and your chicken for the rest of the day. Jesus Christ, now that you say that.
Let's go to Dairy Queen and get some walleye.
Some fresh walleye.
Yeah.
Not fresh walleye.
Was that tartar sauce or soft serve ice cream? Nasty.
Cod eats cool treats.
Yeah, so you'd be like... yeah.
We compared we compared everyone to Patty Costello at Grumpy's Downtown. So we had like Fat Patty, we had Fat Patty.
Yep.
we had like effeminate Patty.
Effeminate Patty.
Dan Schlissel showed me a Mexican patty who works at Ted's 19th Hole Barbecue.
That's what I want to Yelp them next time too.
And the guy looked up at me like he goes, "That's Mexican patty," and then the guy looked up and looked at me, and it was like in the Chappelle show when they go back in time and Charlie Murphy sees his like that where he makes eye contact with him with that face. He's just like blink blink. It was like Mexican patty. It's like looking right at me.
Who's your favorite local celebrity to serve? Comes in the restaurant.
Just favorite local celebrity. You know who that's a tough one.
How about biggest tipper? Throw that in there, so it's a real compliment for him.
I'll say when Liz Winstead's in town, she's always a fucking joy to be around.
Agreed. I waited on her.
I'm going to go with Scott Seekins.
Really?
Best guy, coolest
Scott Seekins,
celebrity.
He's my mortal.
He's what?
Scott Seekins. Me and Scott Seekins don't hit it off too well.
Yeah,
I know him. I've met him, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I doubt he knows me, but we've talked a few times, I guess.
he knows Gabe Noah.
No, I
Gabe's
doesn't probably
contracted
know me,
him for
but
some
yeah.
artwork of some young ladies in full repose.
My favorite thing I ever did to him was I went up to him and I said, "Hey man, oh I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else." And he went, "Who else would I be?" Like that is the joke.
What is your biggest tip all time?
You know who else I am?
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yep,
Fancy Ray has always been a gracious.
of course.
Fancy Ray is a beautiful
Yeah.
man.
Best looking man
I agree.
in comedy.
Yep.
Truly, he's a beautiful guy, though. Like, I mean, I think he's just a super nice guy. But yeah,
I'm always biggest supporter of the comedic arts there is.
Yep.
It is an art with him.
What's your biggest night of tips ever, all time?
Mine?
Yes.
I would have to say there was when we first opened the lower. If you look at the stage at First Avenue, when we first opened I actually jackhammered the entire bar out. If you're standing looking at the stage to the left, the bar down there. First day we opened it, and this is, mind you, back in like '89. A Soul Asylum show. I only served tap beer and the Jägermeisters. I just lined them up on the bar, so it should have come to like $6 back then, for a shot and a beer.
Yeah.
And it just had people just. I didn't even ring it up till the end. They threw me tens. That night I came out with about $1,400.
God damn.
That was a night. Yeah,
That's a hell of a night.
Insane. Yeah, for 4 hours.
How about this?
I made more money bartending than serving. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
You can creatively ring things up differently.
Yeah. Cash tabs.
I mean, I even think just people like this is a shitty thing to say, but I do believe this. There's a respect that bartenders get that's different than servers, and I think that does make people tip more. Why?
The thing is, bartending is a fucking cakewalk.
I know.
You're just serving.
Well, it's all a cakewalk, and
Do
tipping
you
should
agree
be
with that
ended,
though,
and-
Tim? That's like
What was that?
I said, do you agree with that though? Do you think that is like a separate tier, a little bit higher? That's my experience with it. I think it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. I've never quite been able to understand that, except you can talk to your bartender more than you can talk to your server.
Yeah, I'm totally convinced that it's like a respect thing. Like that they have projected that this dude's a little bit more or woman is more experienced, smarter, more important, and they just give you more money because of that.
I think it's because
really
when you're a waiter, you have to go to them, and you have to go to the bartender.
Ooh, I
So
like that.
that's the dynamic. It was always my theory. What were you going to say though? Like the do you think waiting tables is a cakewalk too? That's
for the amount of money, and yeah, I think just tipping in general should, as a practice, should end as culturally in America. But
Yeah?
that's a whole.
You really
nother
think
thing.
that?
Yeah, I think so. Especially
Why?
the way we have it. It's sort of like golden handcuffs in a way for like people. I've met so many talented, smart people in the service industry who are just sort of trapped with like a pretty cake job for a lot of money, and they probably linger and languish longer in their life because of serving job. And
I know I did.
I think it's because it's a fun job in a sense. Like, because as you like, put it this way. We talked about this in the episode with Kjell Bjorgen, is that, so he was delivering pizza as a 42-year-old man.
Yeah. Having a ball.
And I tried to shit on him for that. And then he told me he was making like $600 a week. And then I was like, oh, that's like $150 or $200 less than I was making selling furniture. And I was working 25 more hours in it. Like, it was fucking absurd, where I was like, oh, okay, it's embarrassing now what I do, more so.
Like, if you're doing it as a job, eventually, it's a fun job, and there are people that really do like it.
Right.
But, like, of course it mostly gets, like, you don't want to be, you'd rather not be doing it. It's not like you're going to win the lottery and keep waiting tables only.
Well put. That's exactly
And so, like, what traps people, like Brooks was saying, is the money. The cash, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, of course, the cash, and it's like if you get in the right spot, like Tim said, 4 hours, 1,300, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's a true, though, like, it is a true, it's not just the money. It is that cross-section of that. It's fun and the money. So it's like, yeah, I could go make $200 more a week selling furniture, but it's not as fun. You know what I mean?
But, like, I wouldn't, like, work my ass off, pursuing a career that was more, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you wanted to do, is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it is fun. I mean, it's super fun to work at restaurants. That's why, we're doing this podcast. But
Well, so Tim, question for you, because Chris and I had an argument about this very, very early on. Is there anyone who's working as a server who is living their dream?
No.
That's my answer as well.
But
Even if they're
bartender,
making
yes.
six figures. Bartender, is
yes.
possible.
A bartender. I actually know a guy that's a bartender at Jimmy's in northeast Minneapolis. I mean, mind you, it's a frickin' redneck dive bar. His goal in life was to become a bartender at Jimmy's.
Yeah.
And I've never been
I
more
love it.
happy,
Love it.
more satisfied. And it's like, I'm done. I win. I won the fucking lottery. It's my world now.
There was a time where my goal was to be a waiter at Little T's, and it happened. But then once it happened, it wasn't my goal. But there are some people who sorry, what?
I was just singing a song about dreams coming true, dog.
Fucking hey, buddy.
Little
Thank you.
tease.
There are people that I have met a couple people that being a waiter is their dream job, but they're very feminine and bird-like, and they are a specific breed of person.
There's no 7-year-old boys who say when I wake up or when I grow up I want to be a server.
There are 3.
I've been following them. I'm scouting them for the world's greatest restaurant.
Scouting them.
Yeah, it's called waiters.
And they're waiting
He
to
ran
be waiters.
again from Grumpy's. This is 39th year at First Avenue.
Yep.
30 years at the same fucking job, and he's as famous or more famous than he's ever been just because how good he is. I mean, that tells you what bartending over serving is.
And
And it's not fair, it's not right, but, he's the best, and it works.
he's the happiest dude that you'll ever run into as well.
And he gets a star at 40 years.
No, I hope so. He better get a
He
star.
really should. Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
better.
What's the hardest thing about working in the service? So Tim, you worked in the service industry for how long?
30 plus years.
30 fucking years. Is there something as you've done this for this long where you go like, I wish I wasn't in this business, or like what's the hardest part of it? Because if you work at in sales, in medical sales for 30 years, by now you're just a monster. And I know that you do very well in it because I've seen you just do nothing but manage nice places. But is there something, like, do you feel like the job is more transient? It seems like if you work in the service industry, that's just part of it, is that you have to move to more different companies often. I don't know.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, the current climate has really made everything transient for managers at this level. It's like everything that was shut down. there's a big shuffling going around the entire industry. I mean, I was part of it. I moved a couple places and, locked in where I thought was going to. It's basically we're all hedging our bets on what's going to actually survive right now.
Right.
And the other thing is, I'll be honest, they're offering some good money out there right now for managers. So it's like, well, if this place I'm already locked into isn't going to pay me, I can actually go somewhere else and get more money. And now's the time to do it because it's not going to last. The bidding war is not going to last much longer.
Yeah. Oh, really? You think so? I think
Yeah.
it's going to persist. I think that people are starting to realize that it's not, it's like shit that I believe everyone in this room or on this podcast has grown up knowing, which is just like, Jesus, you only get one life and I'm not going to fuck around. Like, I don't know, just where you value yourself and your own time more. And I feel like that's just going to be a shift in this industry that people have to pay more now, or they have to. I don't know.
Well,
That's my feeling.
I think the reason people move around a lot in restaurants because most restaurants don't survive the first year. So then,
Right.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like Brooke said, you've been at 15 places.
Yeah.
I think I think I've been at about 30 places, but I've quit a lot of places because of wanting to do like other stuff like comedy or travel or whatever. But like, I think a lot of that is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Like, why do you think people in restaurants move around companies so much? Like that does.
I think it's because it's such a social job. Like that's such a big part of it. And when the personnel changes and it gets shitty, it's like the job sucks so fucking bad. Come on, stop. Please stop.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is
Respect my space.
it can be really hard, and it tends to need medicine to be able to handle. So the people who are like willing to drink or do enough drugs to do that job are going to naturally not last longer at jobs. I mean, I know there's long tenured servers out there
Right.
who've been around, but for the most part,
those are the people that are, to the bone.
yeah,
Like, there's some
they
people
might
that
actually love it.
there are like servers.
What's the worst part
To the point.
of service industry from your guys' perspective? Like okay, when I did retail furniture, I'll go first. It's like you start working in weekends so fucking much, you start convincing yourself that, well, I work retail, so I just don't get to go to holidays or weekends or whatever. But then the second you step out of it, it's just like, what the fuck was I doing? Why would I work some job that paid me really the same amount as service, but I had to work every holiday, every fucking weekend, you make a deal with yourself where you're like, well, I just don't get to live a good life because I chose retail furniture. Are there aspects with that with service? Do you feel like?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sitting here right now with my wife, and when's the last time we had a weekend off?
Right.
We can't,
It might be the best thing to ask her what's the worst part of the service industry, because I'm sure she has more fucking clear opinions than we do.
She does too.
Weekends are Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Right.
Yep, that's what it is. You just have a
Dude,
different weekend.
That's so fucking true, and that's how retail is. And you start making that your weekend, right? And you're like, hey, this is my weekend. It's not so bad. It's just, hey, there's less people at Home Depot. It's not so bad.
Well,
But then it's
and
like, it fucking sucks.
I learned early on, it's like, I love to fish. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Bro, I
And
fish like crazy.
There
We
ain't
should talk.
nobody on the fucking lake on a Tuesday,
You got one now, dude. Seriously, call me. I love to fish.
Can you do something with your hair before that?
Yeah, I can part it to the side more.
He can make it gray.
Perfect. Love it.
Thank you.
He's got one of their hair.
Chris and Brooks? Worst part of service industry that you remember?
Well, it's just the late nights. If you want to work, if you want to live a normal,
Right, with kids.
Yeah, I was. I never understood how when I had a kid, I stopped doing that, but then I made way less money. Then I
Right.
fucking started podcasts, get rich again. But it was my whole life for I don't know how long, 15, 20 years was like, you know, go to bed at 5 in the morning and wake up at noon or 1. And, you know, your circadian rhythms are off, dog.
Don't you think like that's what's happening in service industry now, though? That's why wages are going up, because people are now starting to understand that? Or not? I guess, Tim, you think that it's going to end?
No, wages are just going up because after the shutdowns happen, everyone's obviously, and I'm not saying right or wrong, actually, I agree with the bump in unemployment. I think we're fantastic. We help their people. But a lot of people left the service industry and won't be coming back.
Even though it's so much fun.
Here's my chance to get out of it. You know,
right.
Like, and just the talent pool's gone now. A lot of it's really gone. A bunch of people will be coming back after September. You know, when the $300
when the bump goes away. Yeah.
A lot of people just left it. They're like, I have an out. I'm going to take it.
My friend Chris Maddock, I believe laid it out perfectly, which is you said at one point, Chris, like in the middle of the pandemic, you're like, it's not really more than I was making, but you were saying how it's more consistent, and it's more like you know that it felt, I don't know,
yeah,
like it seemed like it felt safer, right? And that was really valuable to you. It seemed like. I mean, it was just something you said offhandedly, but to me at the time, that was like,
you gotta.
Why?
It gets slower leading up to Christmas, which is hard, you know. But you just gotta say, it's like, oh, if I could just, I'm not complaining. It's like I should learn to save some money during the summer when it's busy, but you know, that's everyone knows that's impossible. So
yeah, there's no chance.
No, there's no chance at all. But look, the unemployment's about to end. We're going to find out who's right about that, because I think a lot of people are about to go back into restaurant work.
Right, exactly.
But you know,
count me in.
At Can-Can?
Huh?
Tim, are you guys hiring at Can-Can?
Yep, but we are a tipless model there.
Nice.
Just so you realize that. So.
And do we pay hourly?
15.
That's right.
Your frontline workers are starting at $15 an hour.
Yep.
We do a service charge on every credit card, which we do prominently let the customer know. All that goes straight to employee wages. None of it's going to the company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty happy with it, and it's a weird animal for me to wrap my head around, but I see happy employees who are making a decent wage.
That's that can spirit.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys changed it from can't.
You know, I mean, honestly, I was going to say, or the next thing I was going to ask is that if you feel that so Chris and I a long time ago had an argument about skill levels as a server. Can you make more money as a server if you are good as a server? What is your philosophy on that, Tim?
I get that. I mean, it's like I do and that's what at Can-Can is like. We're going to reward you for your work, you know. So you're going to get a bump in pay because I've watched, you know, a better server is going to make more money.
Right.
We all know that. So
you think that's a fact? Better servers make more money?
Well, absolutely, 100%. No doubt about it.
So then isn't that bad for Can-Can to not reward those people?
Well, we can reward them with bonuses, with pay bumps.
Sure, okay.
How about a raise? You know, if you're knocked out of the park, we're going to pay you more.
And keep your job. That was sort of my thing. It was like we were like when Gabe and I were talking about that. I worked at a place where it was kind of like we were all on the same page. We were all very. We were it's not. It's
communism.
It's a restaurant.
A communist restaurant.
Yep. And basically, it was like it was just much. It made everything easier. It was the there was only one guy who sold more than everyone else. He should have quit. He should have went someone else. He should have went somewhere else and made way more money than us. But it was a bunch of people that had done this shit forever, and we were all good at it, and so it was just so much easier to just be like, you're like, that's not my table. I'm not doing that for Sheila. Sheila wouldn't do that for me. Sheila's fucking jerk.
You stated that really well. That's exactly how it works, it seems like. People saying that, yeah. I don't know. So to me, okay, as a salesperson, right? Coming from sales.
The
salesperson.
Really?
Good salespeople will sell a
salesperson.
lot more will make a lot more sales than shitty salespeople. It's a big difference. I mean, in my mind.
What?
And I'm just...
I wish I knew I want to know what that cough said.
Well, I worked with this one server who, I don't know if this is good or not, but he definitely made more money over the years. He would, if people asked for a rail drink, he would just plug in the mid-tier Absolute for $1 more. And he figured when people looked at the bill, they just go, oh, hey, this place's rail is Absolute. Wow. Classy.
Holy shit. That's the best fucking scam I've ever heard.
What do you make, like $200 a year more or something?
Well, yeah,
I bet you
who knows?
$200 a month more.
Who knows? He was really like that salesperson. If there was they had a acai liqueur sales contest, and he was like, I'm going to fucking Rio de Janeiro because I'm whoring for these bottles. I never sold one. He sold probably dozens of cases.
So guys, I come from furniture sales, right?
You do?
And I'm a good salesperson. Like, I fucking know, I know
Talk
the
me
product.
into this.
I know all that shit, right? But when I went to Sleepyland, I learned that I was getting blown away by a few guys.
He's getting blown by a few guys.
Chris, please.
Sorry.
Wow.
Anyway, that's not something I only shared that with you in confidence.
Wish your cameras are off because that would have hit harder.
Right. But anyway,
Would have blown us away.
Nice.
guys,
Sorry, Gabe. Go ahead.
enough about me getting blown.
Bye, guys.
Was that whatever is that I learned is that these guys weren't better salespeople at all. They just told everyone what they wanted to hear all the time. Like they point at the shittiest sofa and they go, "Sure, sheesh, bud, that's one of the best ones we got." And truly would do that all the time. And you do that repeating. You don't give people a barrier. You don't give them. It's like when you're a server and or whatever, and someone asks you, like I do all the time. I always like to ask the server what I should get. And then if they say something exotic, I go, yeah, I'll just get the ham and cheese. And yet I feel like you can live on those simple, I don't know, cut those corners.
You should get the New York strip,
Right,
medium well
exactly.
with ketchup.
Right. New York strip and a crown on the rocks. There's nothing better than that. And just say that to people and it'll drive up your sales.
Yeah, for sure. It works. I never did it. I never was a salesman as a server, but the people who put in the effort, it made a difference.
Right.
That one guy.
That one guy or girl, money-hungry pirate, spazzed out on Adderall.
Table warrior, as we called him.
Would never help you, but they're out there making them sales.
Yep.
Tim, what's the most overt drug problem you've had to fire someone for?
Oh, God. I had cooks nodding off on the line all the time. I had one actually glove himself in a deep fryer and didn't even know it was happening.
Oh.
Did what?
We call it gloving when you pass out on the line and you put your hand in a deep fryer.
That has a name?
It's happened enough.
Yeah, it's gloving.
Come up with a term.
Holy fuck. What happens when you do that?
It forms a big bubble of pus gloves.
Yep. And you wake up and you get high.
You've seen that too, Chris?
No, I haven't. I never heard that
That's
term.
fucking insane. I've never heard of gloving.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different times.
You just blew me away there, actually. I'm at a loss.
Tim's got probably 8.5 years on me, so
Things done change.
yeah, there was less gloving in my day.
Well,
Well, guys,
it comes around, yeah.
we got a couple of Yelp reviews left, and then we can transition out of this into our next life.
Yeah, gentlemen, I gotta go.
Gentlemen, where?
I got a life. I gotta try to fix.
Yeah, dude, it's your weekend. Get out of here. Go spend some time with your special lady.
I got CPR. I have CPR class in the morning.
Yeah, you do.
For Can Wonderland?
About you.
For Can Wonderland? It's that exciting?
We're gonna keep you alive.
So this
Hell yeah.
Thursday. Wait, when's that show?
Thursday the 16th starts our comedy night.
September 16th.
Yep, Elise Cole every Thursday from 8 to 10.
Badass.
Celebrate post-Afghanistan life.
Yeah.
With
exactly
916 at
and
Can
a double
Can
positive
Wonderland.
attitude at Can Wonderland.
All right, thank you for calling in, Tim.
Quite literally America's first war-free comedy night.
Whoa! Beautiful.
That's big.
Conflicts only.
Yes.
Exporting democracy only.
All right, good night, man.
Good night, Tim.
Have a good night, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
All right, gents. We'll go
Gentlemen,
right
where?
Oh, hang on. Let's do this.
Restaurants! Showcasing the trauma that comes with restaurant. Now, this is
Restaurant. This is
looks
we
good.
put the trauma in a restaurant.
That looks great, Gabe. Peta Lounge.
I love this
Think
view.
it looks cool?
I do. Peta Lounge. Not.
One of the best
it's supposed to be
names.
pedal lounge, like a pedal pub, but it sounds like a place to just relax and have sex with children. Peta Lounge.
In a lounge.
Pedal Lounge, isn't that what they call the Delta Sky Lounge at
Isn't
MSP?
this what they call the break room at the Vatican? Am I right, people?
Chris, one of your greatest jokes is the whole Vatican thing, the one about the
Pope.
child sex.
Yeah, the
because
Pope
you
was-
knew about it. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, the Pope said he didn't know about all the sex.
The Pedal Lounge.
He didn't know about all the pedophilia going on in the Catholic Church. He said he didn't know, but I think he knew because I knew.
I knew.
So I think he knew.
Great joke. Lamplighter. So these were brought in by our guest Brooks. So Brooks, you will assign who reads what?
Brooks Robbing Stone.
Let's have Gabe read this Lamplighter Lounge. Lothario that he is.
Bam.
First of all, I would still consider this a non-nude strip club, even though the girls are completely nude behind the glass. They keep their clothes on for couch dances.
Strict.
I am recently a big fan of the Deja Vu downtown Minneapolis because of the smoking patio. But I was in St. Paul, so I thought I'd give this place a try. I must admit, the first girl to approach me for a dance gave me a negative first impression. I don't know if maybe she was new or inexperienced, but she did not smile.
Grandchild.
Immediately asked for a dance. With no other conversation, and then gave me a very uninspired and boring dance. I attempted to make some light and friendly conversation during the dance. Hey, where'd you get that top? But she was very unfriendly. I paid her $20, which apparently at this place is a $10 tip on top of the normal $10 a dance price, which she didn't deserve. But which I paid anyway. Just because I'm a big tipper to everybody.
Big man, small world.
She didn't respond either. Bad first impression.
I don't.
On the plus side, it's great to be able to drink in a strip club. The second girl did a dance for me during a 2-song for $15 special, which was above average. Overall, this place is okay if you're in St. Paul, but it's cheaper than downtown strip clubs, and you get what you pay for.
Dude, like the guy, the type of man that can talk about like
Giving a small tip and then saying he's a big tipper.
yeah. Or
She didn't deserve it.
but just can talk about the strip club atmosphere in this like calculating of a way is just for. It's like
Wonder
sitting there like
what
getting.
his intent was, right?
This is not a special
Yeah.
like even in my heyday of going to strip clubs was what 3 times a year, 4 times a year, or something.
Right.
Like this is not a special event for a guy who's just like going like this is not normal. He's got all these categories of like fucking like
Yeah.
this is normal. This is
She
what
shook her tits in her face.
Yeah.
In my face.
one of her tits seemed
ineffectually.
to frown at me,
And she didn't deserve the $10, but I gave it to her anyway.
even though one of her nipples points down.
She
Well,
didn't
actually,
respond.
he's got a point if that were the case. You know what? I was actually thinking this as a man who's entering the singles market, right?
Big man.
Big man. Well, actually, I don't see big man, but also
Whoa.
just that, like,
Too big.
how much I would be judgmental of nipple placement and direction, and I do feel bad for that. But it's the truth, and that's how I am, and I can't change it.
Well, that's what Yelp is for. That's why they give you the star system.
Yep. And remember, Gabe, nipples grow with each sex partner like a tree ring.
Ooh, I didn't know that, but I did know. I do know from
They're logged in God's nipple book.
from comedy or from my life is that because I have always liked women with larger nipples, right? It's a little, just a
Famously.
little bit larger, famously.
And large in number, too.
And
3
when
or
I
4.
married Mrs. Noah, nipples were just regular size, and I thought I'll give her a pass, right? And then we had children.
I like her more now.
We had children, breastfed, and then boom, big nipples. And I was like, this is great. And then I realized, oh my God, that's why I like big nipples, because I want my mommy's nipples back. Like, I was like, this is so disturbing. So, but I'm getting over it, and I'm working hard every day on myself.
Well, I got some tiny little nips if you want to be exposed, Gabe. And
Dude,
Those things are like fucking silver dollar pancakes. I've seen
my
them.
mom, what? Brooks's are?
Brooks's,
pinhole,
yeah.
they're like dime size.
Are you serious, dude? Because I seriously have little nipples. My mom mocked me in 7th grade. I had all the cool kids over to my house.
It's cool when your
For
mom
home run
mocks your
derby.
body. and
Convince them all to come over. One
No, I did.
when
We're
your
playing
body's
home run
changing
derby.
and you feel insecure. If your mom mock your body.
Well, hold on.
She's
I
just a
guess
bro
you judge
at
this.
heart.
Okay.
So then, as I finally, like, everyone's playing with their shirts off, they all have good bodies. They're like young men already.
Do you have
And I'm
pictures
like
of this event?
Everybody-
I need them.
They all
And
have
I'm like
great
concave
bodies.
chested.
Oh, God.
And-
Gross.
And my mom walks out with lemonade for everyone. And then she goes,
In a bikini.
she goes, oh my God, look at your little brown nipples.
That's so fucked up.
You're covering.
I'm just as God made me.
My little
God didn't make you.
brown nipples. Brooks, do you want to read this one?
Oh, sure. This is from Lowry's, the Prime Rib in Beverly Hills. They used to have great food there, but I haven't been there for a very long time now. Plus, I'm a vegetarian, so they wouldn't have any food for me to eat.
0
One
useful.
star.
0 useful. 2 funny. 0 cool.
That's so fucking good. That one is great.
Yep.
I can't even get out of my own fucking, like, I'm so devoted to fucking shitting on this that I don't even care that I'm not in there. It's like going to a gay strip club. Going like, bunch of fucking slobs. I'm straight, but I still hated it. That's so fucking awesome, man.
It's like when the last restaurant I worked at, a guy called and was like, you should have more vegetarian options. I said, well, there's one vegetarian option in each section of the menu. He said, well, you should have more. And I said, why? He's like, well, because, I would like it. Like, yeah, but
That'd
you're not
make me happy.
Yeah, but you're not like an old rich lady who lives in the area. That's who comes here. So
We don't have your business now, and we're surviving. We're going to continue not having it.
why should we have that? Well, because I thought that.
All right, next one, Madhu. Back to Madhu's classic stomping ground.
Subway, my favorite. Here we go. We came for a sandwich. The place was a mess. And there wasn't anybody around. No one was making sandwiches. No one was working. So we left. Zero
star.
useful. Zero funny, zero cool. No one was working. I gotta agree with this guy.
I gotta say,
You didn't
no
eat.
one's fucking working here.
You didn't eat. No one was there. I gotta agree with a 1 star on that
Yeah,
one.
this is a rare time that I will take the reviewer's side over the restaurant.
Especially since, look, it
They
looks
forced
like you
our
could
hand.
just... Wait a second. That is not real.
Holy fuck!
That's not real.
I just
That's-
read that, Chris.
Fly in on September 11th? That's
That's
not
from The Onion.
real. Okay, god damn it. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you just made me fucking nervous. You will never forget this deal. You know, my favorite joke that never works that I have. Can I say
I
it?
didn't even see the never forget.
Do you mind? You mind if I say my favorite joke?
Hit me.
No, I could quote it. Please do it.
It's, you know, I recently got fired from my job as a 9/11 sign painter. Yes, I was hired to paint signs that said 9/11 never forget. But I got fired for painting 9/11 unforgettable.
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 I seriously have a kidney problem. I'm going to go back to the bathroom.
Do you want to pee together? Crosswords? I have to pee too.
Okay,
I think we're about to be done. Wait, is everyone going to the bathroom? What's going on?
hang on. So this is a new one, Chris. Go ahead, you read this one.
All right, buddy.
You killed that last one, so.
Thank you.
Oh, hang on. I gotta turn off the music. Let me find new shit.
Dude, that's not the first time I've been fooled by like some sort of joke thing like that.
Oh no, this is the one we already did.
Yeah.
Hang on, new music.
I like this music. Rude. If I can give them 0 stars, I would. There was no food left, and I asked, where is all the food? Period. The girl said with an attitude, we are closing? So I asked, when do you close? She said with more attitude, okay, I'll try. Whenever we want. WTF? What an asshole! By the way, they're still open now with no food. Dumbasses. 1 star, 1 useful, 0 funny, 0 cool.
They're still open now with no food. Dumbass spelling dumb wrong. Holy shit.
Well, spelling dumb incorrectly. But yeah.
And I asked, where is all the food?
Where is all the food?
Where's
Where
all
do
the
you guys
food?
keep your
And then-
food?
It sucks because I went with the most attitude I could have, and then she said, with more attitude, and I really had to dig
Right.
deep. I think I pulled it off.
Where is the fucking food?
Where is the food?
Speaking of where's food, check this out.
What an asshole! So,
Yeah, right.
so I love his stiff top lip. Watch this. Watch
Look how
it.
tight his skin is on his face.
Watch it. Watch his stiff top lip here when he like is there. Her.
Jim Carrey, Fire
It
Marshal.
looks like
Bill.
he's trying to squeeze out like hairs to grow his mustache faster.
The pen in the pocket. There's so much going on that I can't figure out.
Oh my god! I never realized this.
Every kiss begins with K.
I had that tie. I had to get a tie once for
What do you think?
for a
Why
thing.
is he
I had
laughing?
that tie.
I shop at Stock Photo USA
Why is he
store.
laughing?
What?
Why is he laughing?
Because they're so uncomfortable.
I think he
She's
wants
like,
to fuck.
does this remind you of anything?
Like
Oh, remember though, she
The
looks,
direct-
she looks at the director. You're right.
yep.
That's
She
the
looks
thing.
at the director. They go. God, just have some chemistry.
Watch
They
this.
go.
See your glance
Yep.
at the director? That was a save me thing.
What do you think that is?
It's a bean.
He pretended it's a clitoris.
Thought it was a sour.
Oh my God! Are they
That look to
fraternal
the
twins?
director Is
Look,
intense.
they have the same mouth. I think.
Fraternal twins.
This is MILF Hunters.
Look at their mouths.
the
Rate.
start of a movie.
Hang on. Here. Ah, it's the same mouth.
I would sleep with her.
I'd sleep with
Honestly
him.
speaking.
Yeah, they both could get it.
They could get it real good at Pedal Lounge.
Pedal Lounge.
Pedal Lounge.
Oh, just another one there. Is that all of them, Brooks?
Pedal Lounge kid seats are still only $10.
Pedal Lounge. Just chill.
Pedal Lounge.
I don't know.
Kids eat
yeah,
free.
you got them all.
You bring your checkbook, we'll bring the children.
Did you get the Buka one? Did we do? I think that's the only one. But
I don't think I saw a Buka one. Let me
gives
see.
a fuck.
Why?
Oh, your boss is here.
What did I do? What? Just talk. Say something. Okay.
About my performance review.
Look,
Maybe we could talk about it.
I'd just be I would just come undone.
This guy biologically doesn't look important.
How can I tell with no
There's no way he leads men.
context that he's 5'4"?
Right, and he
Yeah.
is.
He is Shapiro size.
He's got a pinched face.
Nothing wrong with that.
I've been reading your performance reviews, Mr. Noah.
With his red power tie.
In his asymmetrical face.
Yeah, fuck this shit. Let's party.
Fuck this shit.
Boop, bap, boop. What's the movie
Code.
like? The leg lift?
I love when she lifts her leg.
You go ahead, Brooks. I'm tired of her.
Ooh, let's meatballs.
damn.
Okay, that's
pasta.
enough,
We made
that's
them
enough.
fresh for you.
I knew he'd get
Home
jealous
and
eventually.
marinara. Lots of garlic.
That's okay, Romeo.
See ya, bitch.
That's my little lady.
Bye, bitch. Bye. Sorry for your luck.
All right. How many more callers we got on the line?
None more. Let's fucking wrap this shit up.
All right. Brooks, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
You're the king. You're the king. You're the king. You're the king. You're the king of the thing.
You know who I think is sexy? Kirk Douglas.
You like those butthole chins?
The man's an animal.
I am not an animal.
I'm not an animal. I'm a man.
I'm Spartacus. I don't know who that was.
No, I'm
Peter Lorre.
No, I'm Spartacus. Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole. Hold on. Did you ever notice what a name that is?
Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole.
What a name.
That's like Dr. Phil.
Oh my God! Jesus.
Jeez!
Don't move.
Call OSHA.
Don't move.
There you go.
Don't move. There you go. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And
Real quick,
Servitude.
worst injury I ever saw on the job. Someone
Yes.
threw glass in a garbage, a regular garbage container, broken glass, which you're not supposed to do.
Right.
And then someone was taking that garbage out and slung it on their back and got stabbed in the back.
It happened to me.
Happened to you.
I went to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Partly my fault because somebody did that, but I used to take the garbage bags at Grumpy's because it was like way after hours,
Sure.
And I would go like out into the parking lot, and from farther and farther away each night, I used to like do like a spin around and try to whip them into the dumpster.
Yeah.
And one of them caught my leg and was like went to to go to the hospital and had to do a workman's comp thing, and they were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, I was fucking slinging garbage bags,
Training for javelin."
Yeah. It's like, no, it's gonna be an Olympic sport someday. Garbage hucking.
Yeah.
But so.
Jesus Christ.
Brooks, you really gotta go because your hair is on fire partially.
This hair is on fire.
The show's on fire.
Anyway, it's been fun. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming on, King.
Servitude.
Servitude.
Use it or lose it.
Server dudes.
That's right. This has been an episode of Servitude. Fuck you.
Fuck you, I'm eating.
Fuck you, that's gotta be next week's title.
Wait, I got it.
Fuck you, I'm eating. No.